Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at Atria's Restaurant, 103 Federal Street, right almost in downtown Pittsburgh. If you can't find PNC Park, you cannot find us. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate everybody in here who came out tonight. It snowed earlier today. It started raining. There's icy roads. I got people from 30 miles away couldn't make it. I got an MMA fighter that fought through about 80 miles of traffic and everything else. Hawk Time is here, Justin Steve. I've been trying to get him on the show for over a year. He made it. He has a big fight coming. We're going to talk about him. Your Midwest Princess come in all the way from Ohio. Also, there's rumors she's living here. But I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. I got Smoking Jim Frazier here. Zach Brenner made it. He's on time, and we're going to start the show with him. He'll be at the end of the show, because I always said the best is last, and tonight I'm sort of wavering on that, but he might come up first, but we'll see. We have a great show for you. I want to tell everybody thank you very much for all the likes. Before I left the house 4 hours ago, Smoking Jim, we had 4,082 likes. Jim Audet, it's a new worldwide record for Pittsburgh Sportsline. Thank you. Anybody that has a smartphone and not one of these, you can like our show now. That didn't work out well, Smoking Jim. But hey, thanks to Bethel Park and Dave Cable. He sent us out. He loaded me up with all the equipment. We had a cancellation, and my newest hero is Ian right here, who's with us. He put this all together with me staring at him and telling one wire, and he did an excellent job. Ian, I appreciate it. And we're also seeing, for all the people that are asking, we're on Verizon 32. This isn't a live show. We film it like a live show. So the guests, some of them are new first-time guests, no swearing on the show. We'll just delete you later on, but keep it clean, and we'll go through that route. Now, we also, Verizon 32 everywhere in Pittsburgh. That's the city and the suburbs. Comcast 7 is only in Bethel Park. And then YouTube, we just hit 275 shows. You can see all of them on YouTube. I'll place links out there. Check out the Facebook page, and you'll know more about us. And we always start our first segment with what's on our mind, and we're going to do that right now. Smoking Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green, you got to see Levine.
You can't keep these anymore.
I like to start off each and every show by thanking the ownership and staff of PNC Park, Atria's, for having us back here one more time.
Hold on, I got late breaking news. We just got agreed that we're going to do the 2nd of February and the 16th of February. So we will be back. We're negotiating right now whether we go through baseball season. So thanks to Atria's. And any photos you do take, try to get Atria's with us in there. Bill Boyce, thank you.
We'll be here during Black History Month. Hey, listen, please take care of your bartenders and waitresses. And if you haven't done so already, do yourself a favor, grab a menu, because 2 weeks ago I had the best hamburger I ever had in my life, and it's named after the talking machine, Big Mouth Hamburger. So do it up. Please, a big hand for international master photographer Bill Boyce, and his beautiful models is in the house. The Pittsburgh Steelers went 8-8 in 2012, 8-8 again in 2013. 2014, they improved to 11-5 and made the playoffs, and I'm still mad because the Pittsburgh Steelers fired defensive coordinator Dick LeBeau. Listen, General Manager Kevin Colbert couldn't spot a great defensive player if he came bumbling and stumbling over him at Sunday Mass. Kevin Colbert drafted Ziggy Hood. Ziggy Hood is built like Tarzan but plays like Jay. Kevin Colbert drafted Jarvis Too Slow Jones, who's in his second year of being an NFL bust. In this past offseason, Kevin Colbert signed Cam the Sham Thomas, the worst defensive tackle in all of football. Last year, Kevin Colbert drafted Shaquille Richardson, who's short, who makes up for it by being being slow, short and slow. Kevin Colbert is now drafting players in his own image. Dick LeBeau took these bums, coached these bums, and raised the Steeler record to 11-5. Mike Tomlin and Big Ben are the faces of the Pittsburgh Steelers, but since 1992, Dick LeBeau has been the heart of the team. Kevin Colbert and the Pittsburgh Steelers, how are you going to win another Super Bowl with no heart?
Thanks for adding some new material, Smoking Jim. I appreciate it. And 8-8 wasn't great, but 11-5 was great to me. What's on my mind is not Zach Brenner, because he's my hero. What's on my mind is everybody looks for an edge in sports. And in Pittsburgh, we just hate every team that's not our team. I'm not like that, but I do hate cheaters, especially ones that are caught. If you can get away with it, look around you. Everybody knows somebody trying to get an edge. I don't know about Smoking Jim. He's the most honest man I know, except when he coaches or plays sports. So you look at this thing, that they knew the balls were deflated. They knew that. They let the game go on. Other players have done it over years. Now they're coming out of the woodwork everywhere. Don't you remember they'd write stuff on a football? They'd spit on a football. You guys have played sports. Some of you women have heard us complaining about it. So how can a coach be even coaching right now when he's a two-time caught cheater in the NFL? And then people want to talk about Roger Goodell and he hates the Steelers. Why was he having a party with Kraft in New England? Now, do you really think there's going to be any disciplinary action when they actually threw away the tapes and the videos of when he was cheating and spying? So nothing's going to happen. We're getting stirred up about all this. So why don't we just play like they do? If Big Ben likes a deflated football to throw 60 yards in the rain with 50-mile-per-hour wind, let's do it. Offensive teams get their own ball. The other team gets their own ball. And here's what's amazing. The kickers get their own ball. It's a little different. So let the cheaters be the cheaters. Let the NFL go back to being a no-fun league. Get rid of the replays and all the other nonsense. Let the fans enjoy their teams. Put them on steroids like the 70s and let it rip. That's what's on my mind. Something's been blinding me all night and since I walked in here. And when you meet this guy, you'll know the artist of the painting here. So Mike Fratangelo, will you be our first guest tonight? That's a long walk. He's getting his exercise in here.
How's it going? Hey, Mike.
Smoking Jim. Mike, nice meeting you. Now, I always have 3 questions. We got a smile and he'll catch me while I'm talking. My first question is your name. Tell them your name. Here, we'll move it a little closer. Do you want to hold the mic?
Yeah.
All right. And it's on.
My name's Mike Fratangelo.
There you go. Now, my second question, this is a key one. Do you have a favorite sport?
My favorite sport's ice hockey.
Mine too. Mine too.
Do you have a favorite team?
Favorite team's the Penguins.
I like that. What do you think of the Penguins coaching and GM right now and just the general state of the team? In 3 words or less. No.
I was just talking about this with my dad back in the corner. I wanted to thank my parents for coming out.
You can shout out their names.
Dom and Carol Fratangelo. But I think they're going through a rough patch, but I think they'll get over it. I think the new coach and management's on the right track. So we all go through bumps in the road.
Sure, sure. You want to see them win in the playoffs then?
Definitely. I want to see another cup.
I know, it's been a while. We've had a little bit of a drought. Definitely. Have you ever played any sports?
I play ice hockey.
Even now?
Even now.
Where
yeah.
at?
Mount Lebanon.
Get out.
Yeah, I'm a big hockey player. Can't live without it.
What position do you play?
I play right wing.
Nice. You know how to score?
I got a wicked wrist shot.
Do you? We might have to go film at Mount Lebanon rink up there by the high school, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. No, that sounds good. Well, I ended up meeting Mike at an event with Jessica Lee and her jazz and networking that she does. And he has a lot of great information. Matter of fact, we want to pass out some of these cards if you're interested in art like this. I always do a shameless promotion for people in the area. So I asked Mike to come on the show and look at the stuff that he has. First, I'd like you to explain what kind of visual artist are you? Because it's an amazing talent or skill or blessing that you have.
What I do is pretty unique, and I didn't understand what I was doing for a long time, but it started in college. Went to Penn State. I didn't start out to be an artist, but the paintings...
Here, I'll hold it up for you.
This is a family that they won an auction through Penn State. It was a charity auction, and everything's symbolic. The colors and shapes are symbolic. Like, this guy is a big sailor. He has yachts, he sails, and in the corner there's a compass. Many artists feel like their work comes through them. It's a spiritual thing. That's what I feel. Like, I don't plan this out, it just sort of happens. And they're a Jewish family. This represents Judaism, the yarmulke, and I could go on, but I'm going to pass these out, and there's more. The one on the front of this card, the guy was a minister, and the 3 lines represent the Trinity, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Blue's a spiritual color. It's always around the Virgin Mary statues. There's one on the back, families from Spain. There's actually a Catholic cross comes through in the husband's face. So there's deeper meaning behind everything. I interview my subjects and I just go from there. So they're unique, and like I said, I consider it a gift, and I'm trying to put it out there.
Well, we'll try to help you on it. The question I have is, when you do these consultations that you do in like interviews, do you start seeing different colors? Do they come to you then? Or is it when right before you start the work and you have a canvas there?
Yeah, it's during the process on the canvas.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah. Well, how do they get a hold of you?
I have an email, I have a website, and I got my phone number on here.
Tell them a phone number first, because if somebody wants to do something, you do different sizes. Now, this is 5 foot by 4 foot. Now, what would be the smallest you would want to do for like a portrait? Just if somebody wanted to be able to afford something too.
I've done 2 feet, a foot, 12 inches.
Okay.
But I work within people's budgets. The important thing is getting the work out there. So if you really want one, work within your budget. It's no problem.
Well, I think it's so cool to see something like this. Until I saw this a couple months ago, I never saw anything like that. I've heard about auras and different things, but this takes it to another level. Yeah. It's really it's a gift and a blessing there, definitely. Well, Mike, thanks for your time up here, and we appreciate it. Yeah. He'll pass out some of these cards, but we are on TV, so why don't you say what your website is so we can get that out there, and I'll take the mic when you're done.
My website's my last name, www.fratangelo.com. It's FRATANGELO.com.
Thank you very much. For a while, he's a fan of our show, has watched some of the shows. Tell them your name.
My name is Justin Steve.
What's your nickname?
The Hawk.
Okay, because it's Hawk time now.
It is always Hawk time.
All right, now I want you to meet Smokin' Jim Frazier.
Nice to finally meet you.
They're both legends. I'm between 2 legends here tonight. And now, where do you live at?
I live in Weirton, West Virginia. I'm originally from Pittsburgh.
So you knew how to get here?
Somewhat.
PNC Park.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not too hard.
No, not at all.
You guys get beat by Steubenville all the time.
I don't want to hear all that right now.
We're not talking.
Balls.
Yeah, we got other sports to talk about. Do you have a favorite sport other than MMA? Like, do you watch football?
I do watch football.
You watch hockey?
Not really, no.
You watch the Pirates? The quiz is over.
Yes, I'm going to mess with those.
The quiz is over. So you watch the Steelers once in a
I
while?
do watch them a lot.
Oh, do you?
I do, yeah.
So did you think the season was a good season or bad season?
It could have been a lot better, but nothing was a bad season for us. You know?
Especially a winning season in my book.
Exactly.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah. I'm disappointed my buddy Shamarka didn't play as much, though, you know.
He's a beast.
He is.
He's a beast.
He's underrated, though.
Yes, sir.
He's definitely underrated.
Not from Smoking Jim.
He tells the truth when I hear it.
He's a truth sayer.
I like it.
He's an honest man.
Can't
You'll
go
find
wrong.
out. You have to see him at MMA sometime.
Can't wait to see that.
Well, this guy, I can't delay talking about MMA. His last fight, I thought it was 30 seconds, but he took the guy out in 57 seconds. He's less than a minute. He has goals. He's in great shape. He likes looking at the Big Mouth Burger, but he can't eat it. He can't afford to gain 5 pounds tonight.
Not tonight, but in 2 more days I can.
Tell us about where this fight.
Is that you?
No,
That wasn't you?
no.
All right, just making sure.
Somebody above us.
All right. Well, my next fight's in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. It's about 3 hours from here. I'm fighting a guy from Tennessee, Nate Landwehr. He's supposedly the #1 ranked guy out of Tennessee. Hopefully I finish with.
We're Pittsburgh here.
We are, still a city, born and raised, so
You got the black and gold blood in you there.
definitely got
Strong.
that. Definitely got that.
And I know you train like a beast. You're in great shape.
Right.
I've seen you in the corner with plenty of people.
Yeah, definitely.
Before I saw you fight, I saw you in the corner with everybody.
Yeah.
And you're always shouting out things before stuff happens too, like all the good coaches.
Right.
So I like that. How long have you been in this MMA sport?
I started in 2006, probably late 2006, I'd say, and I turned pro in 2011, and I made my run from there.
Wow. What got you started or interested in it?
Basically, I was, out of football, whatever, playing college football at West Liberty, and my buddy Brandon Lee Hinkle, he's a UFC veteran, so I was talking to him one day on the phone, just like said I wanted to train. I went the next day, trained, and just got my butt kicked by everybody. So,
Did you?
And bad.
It inspired you.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So I
What
just kept-
position did you play in football?
Corner.
Corner,
Yeah,
okay.
shut
So
down.
you're used to people
Shut
beating
down
you up.
corner.
Oh, okay. You're not used to people beating you once in a while. All right. I was trying to pull that out of you, but you come on strong.
Shut down corner.
So you never were beat, and now I know understand why you're upset.
There you
okay.
go.
I got it. So you just stuck with it.
I did, yeah.
Now tell everybody what weight you fight at.
I bounce around different weights. My main
pick
weight's
one.
145. I got down to, and sometimes I go 155. Depends on my fight.
155.
It's a lot better.
Really?
It's a lot better for me. Yeah.
Wow. But some of those guys are coming from 210.
Exactly.
That's impressive.
It is. Yep.
I like your style. I knew it. I needed this in-depth interview.
Yeah.
Where do you train out of?
Fight Club Pittsburgh, Henzo Gracie, and then Tommy and Keller every once in a while too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. We're familiar with them. Those are great gyms.
Yeah, definitely.
Fight Club Pittsburgh puts out all winners.
Exactly.
That's amazing there.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
How long have you been going there?
Since they reopened, I think probably since 2012, 2013 or so.
It's a nice place.
It
Zach
is.
Brenner and I were out there. It's laid out.
You guys
Zach
will come
Brenner-
back.
We will. We got to come back when you're there.
I'll always be there when you guys come in.
All right.
Give me a call.
We'll make a date. Maybe we'll do a filmed interview with a few of you guys that are teaching others how to do it,
Sounds good to me.
how to be winners.
Or how to eat.
Really?
No, I can eat.
How to eat right?
Oh, wrong.
Okay. Well, you come to the right table. Not today. Not today.
I'm tempted.
Well, we don't want to
Yeah.
tempt you. We want to just see you fight and win.
There you go.
Under 57 seconds.
Under 30, hopefully. That's what I'm
Under
going for.
30?
I'm going for that, yeah.
I told him he's going to get comma crazy. And there's other guys that have done that, so
Yeah.
that's a great goal.
Exactly.
Like I always say, dream big,
You got to.
right?
Yep.
Those small dreams, it won't matter. So what if you're 165 and you got to get to 135, right?
I can't go to 35, though. No, but
No.
and I walk around about 180. So.
Do you
45,
really?
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you, Smoking
so-
Jim. And look at the shape he's in.
Yeah.
No, that's good stuff. We're going to have to see what happens.
Oh, definitely.
Hopefully we'll be out there at Williamsport, see you in action.
That'd be awesome.
Gladiators of the Cage,
Yes, sir.
definitely. It'll be good. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks
Hey,
for having
one
me.
more thing before you go.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a page or anything anybody can go to?
I'm on Facebook and Twitter. My Twitter's JSteve, JSTEAVE, MMA. And Facebook, Justin Steve, so you can find me on there.
Okay, no special page. We're
Nah,
friends.
nothing like that at all.
We're friends. He
Yeah.
likes Pittsburgh Sports Line. He's one of those 4,082 likes, so.
Just one.
I know. I appreciate it. We have multiple personalities. There are a couple likes on
There
there.
you go. Nothing
We'll
wrong with
deal
that
with
at
that
all.
later. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me again.
Welcome back to our show. We wanted to talk a little sports here.
Let's do it.
First, tell them your name without the yelling, because I'm deaf in that ear.
I am Alicia Nicole Sparks. I am the princess of the Midwest. And you can also call me Miss Snow White.
Say that again.
Miss Snow White.
Okay.
You didn't know that, did you?
No.
It's new.
When I get a new branding, I like to hear it twice.
I like it.
Okay, that's good. Now, do you have a favorite sport?
Of course, football.
I know, we've talked before.
We
but
have.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Matter of fact, that investigation's ongoing because he said the same thing last time you were on the show. And luckily, he's an honest man.
Yes.
So who's investigating this? All right, let's go to sports. You can tell us your favorite team, even if it's not the Steelers.
Okay, so you know I'm not allowed to have a favorite team. You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay. I have a lot of pro football players in my family, so I can't have a favorite team. However, living in the Pittsburgh area for as long as I have, I am a Steelers fan, but I'm not allowed to have a favorite team.
Okay. Well, tell us how many brothers you have and how many different teams they're on.
I don't
you
have
haven't told me that.
I don't have any brothers, but I
Okay.
do have cousins. Of course, you very much so know who Daniel Boom Herron is. He's playing for the Colts. He's
Yes.
my first cousin.
Okay.
His brother, which is Dave Herron, who also played for the Vikings.
I didn't know Dave was related.
Well, if one
And-
Heron's related, the other Heron's most likely related when they're brothers.
They are.
And explain to him about the cousin thing, because everybody I meet is a cousin of his.
Of course, of course.
Male or female, and even if they're like 6 months old, except they're a godchild in some instances.
They're all related.
Okay,
They're all
now
related.
these are real cousins.
Yes, these are
Okay.
real first
Not
cousins.
the Smoking Jim cousins.
No, no.
We're just clarifying that on the air. Because this is a new venue, we want to be able to come back trying
Of
to
course.
be honest on
Of
TV.
course. Of course. This is a beautiful venue, by the way.
At Atria's
Yes.
PNC Park.
Love it. I love it that you guys are here. This is amazing.
Are you going to try the Talking Machine Big Mouth Burger?
I already ordered one. It's going with me home to go.
That'll feed a family.
I'll do my best.
What about your son?
He can have some too.
Okay, good.
Okay.
good.
Okay.
All right, just checking. We got to do the shameless promos before we get too deep into this.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, so we've followed some of the sports. You're like the Steelers.
Yes.
We're done with sports with you.
No, we can continue sports.
Do you like to argue about sports?
No. I'm not arguing about sports at all whatsoever. But you do know I am in Ohio.
Well, that's why I was dancing around there, and you're probably a Cleveland Browns fan, so
No!
I feel bad for you.
No.
Oh, no, okay.
I am a Cleveland Cavs fan, but I am not a Cleveland Browns
How about
fan.
Ohio State?
I love Ohio State, of course. O-H-I-O. Know that.
You're just like a commercial on everything we talk about. I thought I was bad with being repetitive.
No. That's
Okay,
that's
so
why you have me come on the show.
Is that it?
That is
That's
it.
not the only reason.
It's not.
I need some help with this new hairstyle. Though.
Okay, so what do you want to know about it?
Well, the first question is it real?
Of course not. Does it look like it's real?
No.
Real hair would not stand up like this.
Back in the 70s, people had hair like that.
Not anymore.
That's why I'm asking. Now
No.
they just switch them out.
Last time you
I
saw
can't
me.
do anything with mine, though. It's
Yes, you
fading.
can. Yes, you
It's
can.
fading,
Yes,
though.
you can. You still have beautiful. What did we call him? The silver fox?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. They're calling me other things behind my back.
He still got it. He still got it.
Thank you.
You got it.
So this is the new do for Pittsburgh
For now.
Sports Line.
For now, yes.
Okay, until you go back to Ohio.
You got it.
Now, you do all this dancing.
Yes.
Not to get too personal, but how does all that hair stay on when it's not your own?
Well, I mean, there are ways. You just, that's.
Don't tell me the secret.
No, it's not for you to know. Just know
Okay.
that it stays exactly where it needs to be, and it's pretty, and we keep it moving.
Because you're one heck of a dancer.
Thank you.
And the moves you make, and Everything else, it's just unbelievable.
Thank you.
When you're in the flex zone.
On the flex zone. That's what I'm most famous for.
Well, this is a family show again.
I'm not going to do
Go to
it.
Smokin' Jim's Facebook page, because if he doesn't post any of her stuff up there, nobody does.
That's right.
Okay?
He
That's one of
does.
your best guys.
Yes.
Mr. PR.
He does it every time.
Well, how do they get a hold of you if they want to train, get hair and nails and makeup like you have? Because you have all these talents and businesses that
Yes,
you do.
yes.
He rarely talks about it.
I know. It's
Only
okay,
the
though.
fingertips and, I don't know,
And
whatever
hips
else he
and
says.
lips, and I know. I love it.
It's like 8-8's not great when the Steelers are like 500. So.
You can find me at my email address for any inquiries, which is aliciasparksbooking@gmail.com. I also am on Facebook at Alicia Sparks, and you can find me on Instagram at Miss Snow White.
I like that new Miss Snow White.
Thank you. I'm the princess of the Midwest.
What inspired that? Smokin' Jim.
He did it.
I can't wait to see one of your shows come out. Just because of the electricity here. I'm getting shocked by it all. I hope it sounds getting
No,
out of here.
you're not getting shocked. You're getting sparked.
I know. I let you do your promos. I do my promos, and you didn't say sparked once.
That was the first time.
Did I get it out of you?
You got it. You
did. I
did.
say sparked?
You did not.
Twice?
I did it.
I did now after you.
You did.
You got to listen to this video.
I'm going to
See?
watch it. I'm going to watch it.
Oh, I know you do. And we appreciate you here. Have a safe trip back.
Thank you for having me, guys.
And say hello to your son for me.
I will.
Well, I tell you what, before there was an Aaron Donald at Penn Hills, this guy terrorized teams. Had a full scholarship to Florida State to play football, was ranked #2 in the world in tough man boxing, undefeated heavyweight professional boxing. Now he's a great, great trainer. Please put your hands together for Rick Carter.
Nice meeting you.
Went to high school near Gateway.
Well, he already slipped up, Rick. He never says Penn Hills, and he said it a couple times for you. So you must be truly legendary. I'll just tell you that much. We've met at the fights before. Here, can I stop talking and you take a photo? Like now? Thank you. That's Bill Boyce. He's internationally known for taking photos when I'm talking. Tell all of them your name without all the hoopla that Smokin' Jim gave, because I can't even hear anymore because of you and him.
My name is Rick.
Hold it. We'll give you the mic, sir. And
My name is Rick Carter.
it's great. We appreciate it. Thanks for coming to the show. Now, I always ask 3 questions. I got 2 more for you.
Okay.
What's your favorite sport?
I'm split between football and boxing.
Or if you had a pick, like your life depends on it, and Smokin' Jim will mention Penn Hills again.
Football.
Okay.
Yeah, football. Definitely.
That's what I wanted to hear. Who do you follow?
The Steelers.
Would that be your favorite team?
Yes, definitely.
What'd you think of their season? And be honest here.
I think they bowed out too soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they could have won that game. I think once they lost Blunt, they should have got a running back right away and not wait until something bad happens. Should have been prepared earlier.
Right. I agree with your insights on it.
Yeah.
I was happy with the 11-5 season because
Yes.
the schedule was so easy.
Yeah.
They could have won 2 more games.
Yeah, well, the Jets. That's all I need to
At
say.
least. Don't say any more. We've heard enough of Smokin' Jim for tonight. Okay? But I know you're a true Steeler fan
Yes,
with that
definitely.
attitude. Especially they had chances.
Yes, many chances.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, hey, enough of that. What I'm here to talk to you about is boxing.
Yes.
Now, how long have you been involved in boxing?
About 20 years.
20 years. So you started when you were like 13?
Nah, about like 19.
Really? So you started late in boxing?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Too busy with football?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good guess.
Yeah.
And where do you train out of?
We're up at Boyce in
Okay.
Plumboro.
And that's why I see that on the
All my
on
fighters,
your
yes.
fighter's gear. Because he wouldn't tell me. Because it's not Gateway. I mean, I don't understand. We got Penn Hills out of him, but he wouldn't say Plum. The lady that cuts my hair, Zach Brenner, is Marianne Workman out of Azazu, and she lives in Plum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they're a Plum family. I have cousins that grew up in Plum, the Rulnicks. My cousin was a coach for
Okay.
the high school there.
Oh,
hockey.
okay.
Any cousins in Homewood?
Let me check. Get back to me. And we're not in the usual sports talk show, in case you didn't notice. I was asking you about boxing. Somehow we got distracted.
That's fine.
Now, you're not just a one-guy trainer, not just your son, who's a great boxer in my eyes. You train others, right?
You have about 10 fighters.
10 fighters?
Yeah.
That got to keep you busy.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of work.
When do you open the doors?
We get up to around like 6:15 every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and sometimes on the weekends.
Can I send Smoking Jim up there to
Sure,
get some road
definitely.
work in?
Yeah.
Because I gotta ban him from. Hold it. He had one talking machine Big Mouth burger. That didn't cause this. He goes to me, "You seem so healthy. What do you do?" Well, I keep telling him, you gotta walk a little bit, you gotta work out a little, you gotta watch what you eat, and then you can cheat.
That's right. That's right.
It's a lifestyle.
It is.
And his lifestyle is what it is. So, who should we look for with Golden Gloves? Who do you have coming up that you might want to talk about? And we'll bring your son up, I promise you, even though he's not from Gateway. All right? And Smoking Jim's been trying to recruit him the last 3 years I've been around. Just so you know.
Yeah.
He may not say that to you, but I've witnessed them. We got a spot for you at Gateway. So, who should we look for, Rick?
I have John Demas, I have Sean, I have Brandon Carter, and I have those 3 guys and my son will be in the gloves this year.
Okay.
Looking forward.
No, that's great. We can't wait to see the fights.
Oh, yeah, it'll be good.
What weight classes? Before they cut weight, what kind of weight classes are we looking
I have
at?
a super heavyweight that's 225.
Okay.
Sean is 170. Brandon's 165.
Wow.
Yeah. My son will be at 152.
Are you in the ring with these guys?
I will be this week. This Thursday and next week. I'm starting
Really?
getting in the ring. Yeah. Yep.
Wow. We might have to stop
Yeah.
out there and see
Oh,
that. That'd be great.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, can they get a hold of you anywhere for your gym? Say somebody wants to, start boxing, or say somebody wants to stay in shape. Do you do any personal training, or it's just the boxing?
Yeah, I do personal training. Yeah.
I'm just trying to open doors everywhere.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine.
I'm about shameless promotions. If there's business out there, we'll try to squeeze it out there.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay?
That's right. I'm on Facebook, Rick Carter.
Okay,
Yes.
just tell them that. Do you want to give a phone number out, or you want
Oh, no, it's okay.
Okay.
They can reach me on there.
All right.
Definitely.
Well, then we'll do that. And you want to introduce the next guest that's going to be up here?
Oh, yeah, definitely. My son is going to be the Golden Glove champion this year at 152. His name is Rick Carter, Jr.
Good. Tell them your name.
Ricky Carter.
All right. I'm not going to ask what's your favorite sport, because I'm assuming boxing is right now. But do you have one besides
Football,
boxing?
of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been playing football forever.
I know we've talked about it. That's why he recruits you. Did he get any good deals for you moving the Gateway?
Something like that.
Okay. Don't talk about him on air, because I've listened to a couple things. When did you get started in boxing?
Well, I've been at the gym since I was 3, because, my dad's been there forever. So,
Yeah, that's what he said.
I've been working out with the basics, but it was always football first. So, I think about a year ago. So last year I got back to being serious
You
again.
got serious about it.
Yeah.
But you've always had the gloves
Yeah, I've
on.
always had the gloves on since newborn.
That's something else. Definitely. And you're at 152?
Yes.
Could you fight right today?
Oh, yeah. I was just sparring yesterday.
Get out.
Yep.
That's great. You
Yep.
do your road work too?
Yep. Running.
Even in
everything.
this weather, or you do it indoors?
Mainly I do indoors. Cold weather's not good for your lungs, but
See, his dad's bringing him
Yep.
up right.
treadmill.
You can't eat one of the Big Mouth burgers. Look at it right there.
I'm
See
good
how
with my
big that is?
metabolism, so
Well, you try one, because I put everything on that. They asked me what you would want. I even put guacamole in there, and it's hid in the marinara sauce, so you can't eat it. You can't taste it.
I don't really like guacamole. I don't like guacamole.
Yeah, but you won't taste it. It's healthy for you. It'll kick
I
your
might try it.
You won't even know it's in there, because I got everything in there. You got a burger there. You got pepper jack cheese, provolone cheese.
You're gonna make me want to eat after this.
Well, that's why I'm trying. Man, I get a half a cent for every burger they buy. I just got another half a cent from Alicia.
Oh, you're making money.
Yeah,
big
half
bucks.
a cent. You can't beat that. And then
Right.
they let me eat one.
Right.
After the show, of course. I got to work first. So what's it look like for your Golden Gloves? You like your chances this year?
Want to win it.
Because I heard about Dad saying you're a champion. I'm just checking the confidence level, Dad. He's got it.
I got it.
He got it.
I got it.
No, it's great. We'll see you at the fights.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, future
Thank you
champ.
for having me.
Oh, definitely. You're welcome. Introduce yourself.
How you guys doing? I'm John Demas.
Look like you specialize in one-hitter quitters, brother.
Tell us what weight class. We're not going to even talk favorite sports. We're going right to boxing.
I'm super heavyweight.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, big boy.
He's beyond super heavy. I'm not just picking on him. I'm telling the truth. He's a power lifter.
Is he?
Yeah. I won't say what, but he's a power lifter. How long have you been boxing?
This is my second year.
And why'd you get interested in boxing?
I like to fight.
Okay.
I like to fight.
You undefeated out in the street?
Oh, no, I don't fight in the street. I fight where it matters in the ring.
Well, I have to check. Because a lot of fighters I've talked to have been out in the street first.
I'll lose my job, man.
Okay. You're a smart man for a super heavyweight. How much do you weigh?
I'm about 233 right now.
Oh, that's not bad. We got our co-host, Zach Brenner. We call him the Amish Assassin. He's between 275 and 280. See that big bearded guy?
Yeah.
Wait till you hear him later on. He's notorious. Well, he's famous. Notorious. Homestead, Munhall,
Okay.
area around there.
The dumps.
Yeah, wherever. Not Gateway, though. They won't challenge him
I went to
there.
Gateway.
Did you?
Yeah.
Meet Smoking Jim Frazier. I knew we could get it out of you because he's recruited almost everybody there except for you.
Except for me.
Were you born there?
No.
You mean you transferred? I didn't mean in the school. He always mentions Gateway like it's God's country.
Oh, it is, man.
It's
It's beautiful.
Monroeville. I have friends and family have lived in Monroeville.
Oh,
I try not to tell him because then he yells again. Right? So you grew up in Monroeville?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I won't hold it against you because he didn't recruit you. All right? He's my man. He's a good friend, a true brother from another mother, but I got to disagree with him on all that God's country. Okay? So you're going to be fighting. Have you had other fights?
Yeah, I only have 2 so far.
Only 2 under your belt.
Yes, sir.
So Golden Gloves will be your 3rd fight?
Yes, sir.
And that's in March?
Yes.
So you're getting ready for that.
Yep.
So you'll have a talking machine, Big Mouth Burger, and then just train tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Well, thanks for being on the show.
Appreciate it.
Tell them your name,
My name is Sean Young.
and you're a boxer.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to ask you, because you're not a super heavyweight,
Right.
let's do one without me talking to this young man. Thank you. This is all live, like we do. It's, don't get nervous or anything. It's like you're going in the ring.
Right.
Do you like any other sports?
I do like football.
Well, that's a good thing. Your coach does and other boxers.
Right,
So
we're all in the same
we're all
thing.
good. Now, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Stan Heights.
And okay, well, you're a city guy.
Yeah.
You're not from God's country. At
Right.
least we got that clarified. And you're definitely not from Penn Hills.
No, I live out in Penn Hills now.
Okay, I was trying to draw that out of you because look at the reaction we got.
Right.
Now, what weight class are you? Because I got a 330 pounder and it looks like about a 142.
Right now I'm at 170. I came down.
You
from
can't be
190.
170.
Yep.
No way.
He's tall. Yeah.
Wow, you're taller than I thought and you're packing a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
What are you going to fight at?
I'm going to fight out 165.
165. It's a tough class of fighters.
Fast guys.
How many fights have you had?
I haven't had any fights yet. I'm just starting.
Are you?
Yeah.
How long have you been boxing?
I would say about 8 months.
8 months. You're going to be in the Golden Gloves then?
Yes.
That is great. And you're ready for it?
Yes. I've been training my butt off.
Are you going to win?
I want to.
You're done. That's all I want. Good luck to you.
All right.
Brandon Carter.
Are you related to anybody here?
Yes. That's my cousin,
Okay.
Ricky Carter, and that's my little cousin, Lil Rick Jr.
Little Rick Jr. All right, we're not starting a family feud yet. Now, are you from Penn Hills or Monroeville?
Penn Hills.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Penn Hills guy.
I'm glad to see Penn Hills in the house. Do you like any other sports?
Basketball, football, and I just got it.
Pick
to
one.
boxing.
You could pick one. Do you play any of those sports?
Football.
Got his fan club.
He better be quiet or he's gone. What's your favorite sport to play? Or
Football.
okay,
It's been all my life pretty much.
what position?
Receiver, wide
Nice.
receiver. Played for Gordon. You know Coach Gordon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Played for Gordon back in '07. We went to the state champs. Aaron Williams, all of them.
There you go, Smoking Jim. We got a champ here. What got you into boxing besides your cousins trying to beat you up?
I don't know. One day, I decided just to, I had a loss in the family, so I had so much
I'm
anger
sorry
to
to hear
release.
that.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
And I came up to the gym with him. I was all depressed. He got me out, started boxing, liked it, then just kept going with it ever since.
Well, whatever Dr. Carter did, that's an awesome thing. He should be complimented on it because people go through a lot of tragedies in life. It's how you bounce back.
Yes.
Definitely. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Glad to be on the show.
Now, how long did you say you've been doing it? Since you just started.
Yeah, about 4 months now.
Okay. And are you going to be in the Golden Gloves too, or are you shooting for that, or you're not ready?
Shooting for it.
Okay.
Hopefully. We'll know by Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Well, knock your cousin out. That'll be about the only way. Notice I didn't say which one.
Yeah, right.
Okay? You better get off of the show because they're getting crazy there. Look at that.
I see it in his eyes.
And thanks for bringing the whole family and everybody out. We do appreciate that. Atrias appreciates it. Thanks for showing all the support for Pittsburgh Sportsline.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming up unexpectedly without preparing yourself, even though you're like a young Charlie Batch here. Hey, thanks to Zach Brenner. Look at the prototypes. We got the prototype, Bill Boyce, the international photographer, even International Space Station photographer. Pittsburgh Sportsline's coming out with some gear. It'll be reasonably priced. Zach and I are negotiating it earlier today and last week, so we'll see what happens. And it's great with this weather. It was really nice today, shoveling my driveway.
Oh, yeah, you put something over that?
You have to sometimes. It starts to curl up like Alicia's hair.
I know Smoking Jim wears a hairnet. Do you wear a hairnet when you cook?
I don't know. Should I put one on now or what? What are you wearing there?
I don't have any hair. All I have is a beard, so I'm bald as it can be.
No, you're not. I saw some hair, but that's okay. You took the hat off once because you were like, yes, wipe that sweat off. Rarely do I see the Amish assassin sweat.
Bull. I call bull. You're lying. No, you're about as dishonest as Jim Frazier.
It's contagious. I can only hear out of one ear now.
Smoking Jim.
Oh, no.
He crushed every single last one of those French fries.
There's not even crumbs.
Holy smokes.
Atrias, we need another one for
My
Smoking
compliments
Jim.
to the chef.
My compliments to the chef for the French fries. You're a humble man, Jim Frazier.
Well, enough of Jim Frazier. It's been all about him, Penn Hills, and everything else. But
well, we know you don't like Penn Hills, Jim Frazier.
I'm just glad I could
it's like
say
a thorn
it again.
in your side.
And I feel confident with the crew that come in.
But see, Brandon Carter didn't tell you in 2007 they won a state championship with a deflated football.
Oh, no. I don't believe it.
Pittsburgh Sportsline will investigate that. We'll ask him on the side, and I know he's an honest man. Anybody with a smile like that and looking like Charlie Batch would not lie. I know that. Now, what's on your mind, Zach?
Well, Al Levine, what's on my mind? The Penguins were losing the last time I checked, 1-0
They
to
still
the
are.
Chicago Blackhawks,
Yeah.
and they still are. So hopefully the Winds bounce back
They're
at home
going through
tonight.
a rough streak here.
They are going through a rough
I
streak.
thought they were going to win it last night. You know, they were up 2-1, then it went 2-2. And
There was a lot of
Overtime.
fisticuffs last night.
Yes, there were. A
It
lot
looked like-
of illegal hits.
It looks like what we're going to be seeing Jim Frazier in Williamsport. Are you going to be in Williamsport, friend?
I might. It's Hawk time. I might go up there for Hawk time.
Can somebody replay the videos from a couple weeks ago, what he said?
I'm working on a project this
Okay.
weekend. If I get out of it, I'm going up.
Are any of these projects ever going to come out or see the light of day, Jim? Be honest.
I don't know how he...
Anytime you get a laugh to a question from Jim Frazier, you should already know what it is.
He seems honest.
Yeah, he's honest. About as honest as a Steeler scout can be. That's why we're in the position we're in, because of these Steeler scouts. Don't you dare put it all on Kevin Colbert. Let's put it on some of the scouting department. Last night you said you're watching 20-year-old film of players that already retired from the league. Why don't you start watching some film of players trying to get into the league?
He's having some trouble, that's all.
We should have had Aaron McDonald, because he went to Penn Hills. You put the blacklist on him.
No, he didn't. He said, I like his dad better than I like him.
Oh yeah, that's why.
And then he was a superstar.
That's why he's a St. Louis Ram.
It worked the opposite.
That worked out real good. Thanks, Jim.
I know. We had to like Aaron before he did, and then he won those awards. Remember those fights on the show we had? It just because he lived in Penn Hills.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's been a while since I heard you talking about pumping those 25 reps at 225. What happened to that?
Burger.
Just pumping those Big Mouth
Ginger
burgers and
ale.
fries.
Here, watch. Ginger ale. Ginger ale, that's 3.
I got it.
You got it?
Well, we know you won't be in Williamsport, but we'll represent well from Smoking Jim Frazier, since you'll be working on a project. In a projects maybe. Maybe that's what it is. In the projects.
No, he didn't say that. He's doing it. What else is going on in sports?
Well, in sports, like I said, we got the Honey Badger fights in West Virginia, Don Mazzocca on Friday. I don't think you'll be there either for that, Smoking Jim, but I'll fill in for you. Don't you worry, buddy. Saturday, we got Williamsport. Gladiators of the Cage 15 is going down. Obviously, Justin Steve is headlining that great card, and I look forward
to have him here.
I look forward to seeing him finally fight, since it always takes a while to find somebody to fight this guy.
I saw him fight.
When was the last time?
57 seconds. That's all it took. You don't even get seated for fights like that.
No, you don't.
And this time it'll be less than 30 seconds. We got to get our seats first. So that road trip by the exclusive chauffeur of Pittsburgh Sportsline, Brenner Contracting.
I think I'm making you drive this time.
Good. You can drive in my car. No problem.
No, you're driving my vehicle.
Who's working the windshield wipers?
Don't bring up that story, man. That's a good one.
That's a good one, Smoking Jim. You want to pull my card, brother? That's okay.
Don't drive in the passenger seat or ride with you.
I know. Well, that's
in the rain.
I never had to drive the Cal U with Smoking Jim Frazier yet. The only college graduate I ever met to get lost on the way to his alma mater.
You're bringing up nightmares. I don't know why you're tormenting me tonight, but we went out Route 88 to go to Cal U. It's a straight shot on 88. Somehow we circled around. We're heading the wrong way, and he said, I don't think they'll answer my questions here. He goes, how about if we pull over? And a couple had a shotgun out there in a broom. He goes, Al, you go ask him, how do we get to Cal U from here? And we're still alive. We made it. Contrary to those rumors, we didn't. We were there.
I never saw neither one of you gentlemen in California.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You heard the phone call when I called in.
Casey, I'll pitch in, man. Can we get this man a smartphone, whatever it takes? I'll have a fundraiser, a telethon. I'll be in the studio all day at BP TV raising money.
I want a satellite phone so I can talk all over the world. If you can get me a satellite phone, I'm all in. If not, I'll stay with the dumb phone.
No comment. We're still working
wavering.
on that.
They said I can get an iPhone 5 for free.
Casey, an iPhone 5 for free. Now we don't have to even contribute anything into it.
Imagine me posting everything I do.
That'd be lethal, like Pinky in the Brain. If you get a smartphone, that's all that's holding you back, brother.
How'd I become Pinky in the Brain? I'm glad you watched some highbrow television there.
A little bit, you know.
I know.
We have some work going on down in the Strip District right now. I stepped out to appear at this great venue, Atria's at PNC Park. Wouldn't miss it for anything in the
Atria's,
world.
number one. Definitely.
Point up.
No, right here. So you always guide it there because Bill Boyce will every once in a while take a photo. That was a cue.
There you go, Bill. You still got it, man. You're still my favorite horse.
International.
He's my favorite horse if he never wins a race. Bill Boyce. International.
You know what? If he's a horse, he needs some more training. I've owned horses, and he's eating too many of those oats
Jeez, Levine.
and the
Jeez.
sweet feed.
Well, not everybody can to drink 10 glasses of green tea a day and China gunpowder and hoisin and whatever else
Young
you're doing.
Hyson.
Tannin.
Tan. No, the tan's gone. Look, I'm not his brother anymore. The tan faded. He told me all summer it was a spray-on tan. If it was a spray-on tan, how did it fade out here?
Well, for people that aren't familiar with Jim Frazier, why don't you tell everybody who to go with for the Super Bowl?
Well, being that I'm a professional gambler,
We don't condone gambling. It's a family show, but he's a known gambler. He lost 7 houses this year, and he needs to win a house back. Okay? That's a disclaimer.
last year I was the only one to predict a blowout by Seattle over Denver, and I'm going for the same blowout this time. Seattle Seahawks, big over New England.
All right? We're giving our picks.
Since you're going with heavy money on Seattle, then you could almost bet that I'm not putting heavy money on Seattle. Because the last week I put heavy money with you on Ohio State.
Tell that story, just because some people may not have heard it. Do we have any time, Ian? We got time.
At Duke's Rib House and Grill for the national title of college
Okay.
football for the
And
first
we'll be-
ever.
We'll be there next Monday, Duke's Rib House and Grill.
Where
in Mount Lebanon.
sanctimoniously Jim Frazier gets the best ribs every 2 weeks without fail. This man goes after kickoff and says he has heavy money on the Oregon Ducks.
What did you say?
I said he's mush. And if I would have known 7 minutes earlier, I would have switched to put all my money on Ohio State. And look what I got.
Hold it, let me go further. What did he say after they scored their first touchdown?
Money in the bank.
And those were the last words of the evening.
Yeah.
And that's enough of that. We already know you're going to pick New England because they're AFC.
You got
he hates
it.
New England all the other times. Does that mean a minute to go? Okay.
You got New England colors on, too.
Well, let me just tell you, I'm not for New England. They should be banned like the Black Sox of 1919.
Wearing their
Whoa.
colors.
They've been caught cheating again. When you get caught a couple times, I already mentioned earlier, maybe you missed it because this wasn't working that well. Okay, thanks, Ian. But it is now. I pick the Seahawks for the simple fact, like I said last night, if Russell can go 1 for 8 in the first half and look like he got paid off like nobody's business, he couldn't hit anything. He come back, and like I said last night, if they don't watch that, they watch this show more, it's more popular. He threw a ball up, stood 5 seconds in the air, because I was counting. I go, there's no way that's not intercepted. The guy who had the interceptions couldn't even jump. He felt around, and they caught the ball, no problem. Seattle wins the game. I don't know the score. They win. Because there will not be any deflated footballs this time. They got caught too early.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
And if you're cheating and you get caught, you tried too much.
It's only cheating if you get caught.
When have Steel Valley ever won?
Well,
Some Super Bowl smoking Jim Frazier with Charlie Batch's cousin back there.
all right, that's not his cousin. That's a rumor. We're going to have to end this show. Thanks to Atria's for putting up with us and helping us out. They also had a margarita, a cinnamon, whatever they had there, I forget right now.
Apple cinnamon.
Apple cinnamon margarita. It goes sweetly with the sour Big Mouth burger. Now you try to say that. This is it for the show. I'm the talking machine, Al Levine, smoking Jim Frazier. This is Zach Brenner. We just had Z time. Thanks for coming out. All of you folks are my heroes for braving the weather, because as soon as it starts to rain or snow in Pittsburgh, what happens? They don't go through the Squirrel Hill tunnels, and I assume Penn Hills come out here. So thank you very much. That's it for our show. We'll see you next week. I grew up in a sports family. From a very young age, I was exposed to sports in a great way. My uncle was on the first pro basketball team in Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Ironmen. My cousins played baseball in the Army. I got to see them pitch at Fort Knox in Louisville, Kentucky. And my dad, of course, that was my hero. He was a basketball referee for over 30 years. Met a lot of great people. Have any of you ever heard of George Couples? He was a man who used to call our house and schedule my dad for City League basketball games. Just been a passion in my life, and as I got older I found out about horses, and I ended up owning a stable. And I was asked to be on a sports show with Roger Houston called the Meadows Racing Network. Watching Roger Houston direct and even produce this show. And when we were done, I said, boy, that'd be something great. Maybe someday I could have a TV show. Back in 2011, I had a conversation with some friends about sports that piqued my interest in how could we start a sports talk show on TV? Well, I found out I could go to public access TV in Bethel Park and I'd be able to produce my own sports talk TV show. The great thing about doing 2 sports talk shows on BPTV is I can share my passion about sports with thousands of people every week. If you are passionate about something that you would like to share with the community, I encourage you to come to BPTV and produce a show like I do. I'm Al Levine, volunteer producer of Pittsburgh Sportsline on BPTV.
My love of books goes way, way back, and that's why working here at the Bethel Park Library is such a perfect fit for me. I remember fond memories of my childhood, reading to my younger sister some of our favorite books like The Pokey Little Puppy or Mickey Mouse's Picnic. As part of our bedtime routine, we would be on our bed, before we fell asleep, reading chapter books together and all taking turns sharing chapters from Little House on the Prairie or Anne of Green Gables. As we got older and we were able to read it on our own, we would still read aloud together and we would share chapters. We'd take turns, we'd pass the book around. I stress that to families today, the importance of reading aloud and sharing books as a family, because not only does it create those wonderful memories that you always have, but it's so very fundamental to the reading process and to the learning process. Picture books have always been my favorite. So again, working here at the library is just wonderful, and it's the perfect fit because now I get to share those happy memories and I get to share the awesome picture books with kids. And kids of all ages. I love doing shows on BPTV such as Book Nook because again, I'm sharing my love of books with kids at home and hopefully encouraging them to come in and then check those books out. And it does work. I've seen it happen. I love when kids run in here, the next morning and say, I just watched you on TV last night. Or when a parent is with that child saying, hey, we're here to check out that book that you read on the last Book Nook show. That's great. That's how we know it's working and our purpose behind the show is being fulfilled. It's also especially rewarding to me to hear of not only people watching it and viewing it with their kids in their homes, but maybe also using it in their classrooms. I have a lot of friends who are teachers, and we've connected again via Facebook, and a lot of these teachers are telling me that they're airing Book Nook in their classrooms and sharing it with their young students. So that's especially rewarding to me. Patrons who I've become very close with, friends with, who have moved away, and they were sad that they were no longer going to be able to tune in to check it out, but lo and behold, now they can because, again, the BPTV staff is so wonderful, and they upload our episodes to YouTube as well, so now she watches them on the web with her children in Kentucky or wherever it might be. So it is very, very rewarding. We're not only sharing these stories, these special books with kids here in Bethel Park, but we're sharing them with kids across the United States. My name is Elaine Volpe, Head of Youth Services at the Bethel Park Public Library and producer of Missy Lane's Book Nook on BPTV.